Hello, everybody. I think I'm live. How is everybody doing this Saturday? I'm so excited to be here. I've been kind of waiting all week to be with you guys. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on, or good evening, wherever you guys are at. My name is Malena Rodriguez, and I am a graduate of Corin's Angel Alchemy Academy. And I had the honor to mentor with Heather, who I think y'all have seen already this week, the last graduating class. And that was just an amazing experience. A little bit about myself. I kind of started this journey around 2020 during COVID and just kept asking the universe, hi, Esha, I'm starting to see some comments. And I just had to ask the universe to help me find teachers, help me find mentors, help me find the help that I needed at the time. And sure enough, I found an amazing mentor that helped me through some things. And then I found Corin right shortly after, and I haven't looked back. I love doing this work. I love getting the opportunity to connect with people who are like me, and like you guys. And I love this community. Hey, Tracy. Oh, I miss you so much. I haven't talked to you in forever. Hey, Gail. Barb. Oh my God, it's so good seeing all these names. I have been traveling this summer. We just moved to a new place. I got a baby on the way, so my schedule has been really wild. So I'm so glad I was able to find some time to connect with you guys. Today we'll be doing oracle card readings. Hey, Jody. We'll be doing oracle card readings or mediumship readings. I have a deck that I use for either one. So go ahead and put in there if you would like one or the other. And I'm kind of scrolling through. Thanks, Gail. Hey, Angela. Thanks, Yara. I love seeing all these familiar names. I love this community so much. So happy to be here. Angela, I would love a reading. Great. You want an oracle reading? Just a basic 3-card. And then Tracy, I'll hit you up next. Just to warn you guys, which I think you guys have had a lot of warnings this week already, there are some imposters out there. So keep an eye out in the comment section. And I feel pretty confident saying this, that pretty much none of us would ever DM, private message you guys looking for money or reading. So that's always kind of a good little red flag there. People have hit me up from other people's accounts before. People have taken my account before. So just beware, All right, Angela, this is for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards for you. This is a Kyle Gray deck that I love to use with my clients. Angel prayers. I'm going to pull a strength, heart, and then challenge card for Angela. Let's see what the heart and the challenge. All right, Angela, you're being showered with unconditional love. They literally showed me a shower of light coming down for you. Kudos for you for taking some time out to give yourself some attention, some love, connecting with community. So they are just validating you on that's exactly where you need to be, what you need to be doing, and the way you've been doing it for yourself. So if there's anything specific that may be new to you, that you've been honoring in yourself, they're validating that for you. So if there was any kind of question or doubt about it, they're saying, go for it, go for it. And you are getting some signs from heaven. Angela, if there's anybody that may have passed recently, or you've been connecting more with the ancestors, I've been getting a lot of ancestors coming forth before I jumped on when I was connecting and grounding and setting the space for you guys. Which I'll share a group card that I pulled in a moment. But are you getting the signs? Because this is in your heart position. So it seems like you are aware of them. You are seeing them. And what they want you to do more of, if you haven't already been doing this, is acknowledging them and thanking them. Because sometimes we'll get the sign and we'll forget to take a moment and communicate that with them, saying, thank you so much for sending me that memory, feather, animal, whatever it may be. So taking a moment to pause, and thank them for it. Your challenge card right now is the miracle of forgiveness. So I'm going to feel into this for you. So it's feeling as though there's some forgiveness of self, first and foremost, that this is maybe part of your path right now that you're working on, and it has been a little challenging. Work on yourself first before we focus on the exterior or those people and the external, they're saying, okay? The forgiveness card, you see how Archangel Jeremiah is holding this lantern close to his heart. It's the focus on his heart and where he's at, and shining the light for himself. This doesn't make you selfish. This doesn't make you not worrying about other people or any of that. So don't worry about that kind of guilt. It will pop up. But they're showing me for you, Angela, that this is for you right now. So honoring that in yourself. All right, Angela, I hope those messages resonate. And I think I was going to hit up Tracy next. Oh my God, I love all of y'all's comments. Keep them coming. I'm not going to spend too much time scrolling through. So we'll kind of wherever my eye lands is where I will be picking from. Tracy, owls. That seems like forever ago, right? So much has happened since. All right, strength. Heart. Oh, I love these for you, Tracy. Eternity, I know. All right, Tracy, Archangel Michael coming in strong, like strong. They're focusing on like the sword, the metal, kind of like the armor that you have developed for yourself. But the armor is also flexible. So they're showing me like there's metal, but they're also showing me that this is maybe just like a leather that's more malleable. So you've really done so much work on like protecting your space, protecting who you are, while also knowing how to bend more. So I think this would resonate with you. I hope it resonates with you. The flexibility, there's more flexibility they're showing me, and that you've been really bringing in more and more protection. You've been living your joy, which I love when this card pops up for anybody, because we could all use more joy, right? Honoring that in ourselves. This is in your heart position, so it feels as though you have been honoring this a little bit more, finding the lighter things. And they're also pointing to these butterflies that are kind of in the background with this transformation that you have continuously been on. This is now a message for all of us, they're saying, for the whole collective. And whether you're watching this live now or on the replay, we're always on this path of transformation, they're saying, for all of us. We're always evolving. We're always changing. There's always an opportunity to see something and learn from what we can. And if you don't get it the first time, or if we don't get it, it's okay as well, because that in itself is part of finding the joy or the path or whatever, which way it may come for you. Good, Tracy. I've been bringing so much joy in especially from the land at work. Amazing. So keep doing it. So this card is actually for all of us. And you'll see me do this sometimes, because they'll tell me when a specific message is also for the entire collective. So everyone, let's just like take a moment and think of where we can bring just more joy to our life. And Tracy, they would love 22,000 acres of beauty. Where are you? They just want you to practice some more gratitude. So even though you have a lot of joy and you've been doing a lot of protection, sometimes like some thought, I mean, we're all human, right? We're going to have thoughts that are going to creep in. I mean, I had some even this week that made me even second guess a couple of decisions that I had made. So when I become aware of those things, and I realized that my mind just kind of got on the hamster wheel for a little too long, and I catch it. I don't always catch it, but when I catch it, I'll take a moment and just bring in some gratitude. I'll take an inventory real quick and be like, you know what? I might be having kind of, a shitty day. Sorry, I curse sometimes. But let me just take a moment and just show some gratitude for everything that got me to this day, and knowing that tomorrow I can start anew. So just bringing in some more gratitude, they're saying, could be something that you can continuously work on. What deck is that? This is the Kyle Gray. Oh my God, this box is so old, but it's Angel Prayers. This is my favorite deck. I was introduced by one of my mentors in the academy years ago. Still my favorite deck to use with clients. There is a healing gardens all over the land. It's just before you hit downtown Toronto. So it feels like you're in a magical place in the country, but I'm in the city. That's great. All right, Gina Sobrero. This is for Gina. Gina. And just to let y'all know, some of the work that I do with my clients, I do a lot of one-on-one sessions at the moment. I've been doing a lot of mentoring, either like a 3-session deep dive, which you can find on my website, or I do like 6-week or 6-session mentoring to help people with all kinds of things, whether you're trying to develop your abilities or just doing some healing. I do have a background in as a therapist, as a counselor. So I've been helping people move through grief, transitions, pain, and just being support, you know. All right. Trust your vibes. This is in your strength card, Gina. Awesome to see this. You've been trusting, you've been leaning into it more, paying attention more, receiving more. This is also coming in for the collective. We always want to ask for more and more, or we want to receive more, or we want to understand more. But how are we maybe getting in our own way? How are we maybe already making a little judgment call or deciding how things should look? So trusting your vibes, it seems like you've really kind of been getting out of the way and just allowing the intuition, the information to come in for you. So that's really, really cool. Because in your heart card, you have been connecting. This is Archangel Sandalphon. He comes from the earth. He's the miracle of prayer. He actually helps us receive. So the same information I was getting here with the trusting your vibes and allowing the information in, this is in your heart position. So this is showing me more so of getting out the way and trusting that the information you're getting is for you and for you first. And your challenge card, Gina, is spiritual support. Okay. They want you to call them in even more. This is you. And you have so many more resources around you that are ready to be tapped, to connect with. They're also saying, like, just talking to them like they're in the backseat of your car. Talking to them like they're in the room with you. Talking to them and just doing some gratitude and just thanking them for being there with you. So this could help you even heighten that intuition even more. So I hope that resonates with you, Gina. Oh, Barb, you're so sweet. I miss you, Barb. All right, I just saw Jody. We're going to do mediumship. That's the first thing I saw when I looked up. I'm going to pull 2 cards, they're saying. Is there anybody specific? Jody, I'll wait a second. Drink some water. I'm in Austin, Texas these days, and it is hot and dry. I'm like a camel drinking water. Jody. Let's see who's coming forth for Jody. A man, older man. I'm seeing a brown jacket. He's walking forward with a smile. Oh, Al. That's Al. Yep, Al. I forgot about Al. Did he wear a brown jacket or had a brown jacket? It's almost like a suede they're showing me. All right, what's the message, Al, you want Jody to hear today? Well, you know the answer to this one. Oh, so he's giving me a little teary-eyed already. You're never alone, Jody, and you know this. Al is like next to you all the time. He's your lighthouse. He is showing you, he is guiding you. He loves how much you connect with him. Like he may be on the other side of the veil or the other place, but these places overlap, and you're so connected. You're so open to receiving that it's like, he knows for you, it may be harder that like he's not here physically, but because y'all's connection is so strong, when he's with you, it's like you're right there, which is beautiful. I never really thought of it that way. So, he's your lighthouse, he's saying, because he's with you in dreams all the time, So when you have those dreams of whether it is him, of what he looked like in this lifetime, or you just have those dreams where he was just hanging out and partying with you and stuff, he's validating that for you. Sweet, 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 sweet soul. I'm saying yes. Hey, Lisa. Such a fun energy, a laughter is coming through, a joy. Grief is tricky, for us that have stayed behind and are still here doing our work. But you're so connected to him. It's beautiful. So he's just saying thank you because it's helped him on the other side as well. We can help and be of service to them too. Y'all are side by side in a vibration. That's well put. All right, Carol Campbell. Would you like oracle or mediumship? I'm thinking meet. Oh wait, where'd you go? I'm gonna do oracle. You're showing me some oracle here. All right, Carol. Strength. All right. Carol. Healthy choices is in your strength position. So showing up for yourself, being there for yourself, putting yourself first, they're saying. It's the choices may have something to do with food or diet or like nurturing the body. Okay. But they really are leaning into the word choices, that you realize more than ever now that you have choice, that we actually have a lot of choice on how we wake up in the world, how we choose to be in the world, and what we want to give or receive in the world. So they're telling you, amazing job that you're kind of putting this first for yourself. You're bringing in the light, how this light is coming in through the top of her crown. So keep doing it. They're saying just you're there. You're doing exactly. Oh, Jody, that grin. I miss seeing that grin. Your heart position, shine your light more. Okay. You're starting to shine your light. You're starting to acknowledge that your light is just as valid, just as important as anybody else that you may have seen before shine their light. So you're finding your place because you're realizing you have choice, which is beautiful. So this message could really be for all of us here as well, about the importance of finding our individualism, who we are, why we're here, all of those things really starts with how much we want to shine our light. And here comes the gratitude again for you. So to help enhance some of those things, more gratitude, more and more gratitude. I've been seeing this a lot with even my client sessions over the summer, where we get really caught up on what's next, or the bad day, or always trying to fix something. Okay. For a lot of us, there's not much to be fixed. It's just changing our perception on it and taking the time, as I said earlier, of taking the inventory of all of the ups and downs that it took to get you to where you're at and where you're going. And a fun exercise I like to do is, where were you 6 months from now, or a year from now, Or where were you then? And all the things you were asking for, are you actually living that now? And for some of us, for a lot of us, it's a yes. So taking that moment to say, oh my goodness, I'm actually living what I wanted 6 months ago or a year ago or 2 years ago, however long it took you, it doesn't matter. So then you get to see how powerful we are when we shine our light, or we make the choices, we put ourselves first. Awesome reading for you. Love it. I miss doing this. I haven't done a live in a long time. Carol, yes, love the message. I've been trying to make better choices. Thank you so much. Yes. All right, Athena Brown, or Aheen Brown. Sorry if I said that wrong. Aheen Brown, mediumship reading, please. I immediately got female, woman, feminine energy. Aheen Brown, female energy. I'm going to pick 2 cards for you. I hope I'm saying that right. Aheen. What is the messages for you today from this feminine energy? Jill. Hi, Jill. She was my mentor in the academy. A lot of what I'm doing, I've learned from her. She's amazing. Okay, this woman, female energy, more feminine energy. I had to leave that way. So there is some worry you may have. Ahine. Okay, Ahine. Thank you for that. There may be some worry about how this person left, so they're saying to you they had to leave that way with whatever may have been left undone, they're saying, or not settled. It's serving a purpose to those that are around. Okay. As much as we want to leave things clean cut, everything taken care of, things happen that are meant and contracted to. So they're bringing up this idea of the contracts, of when our soul chooses to leave and how we leave, and all those details are actually determined by the soul. So she's saying don't worry too much about how she left. Okay. There's also some guidance coming forth and looking for more support for this specific thing that you may be holding on to. Okay. Because she's saying, don't be afraid. Okay. Don't be afraid of what? Don't be afraid of what it may mean to you and the changes and the things that you're going through and the transformation and all of the grief and the things that are happening for you. Okay. Don't be afraid. This is a strong message coming forth. Use the fear. What is behind the fear? What are you really afraid of? Would it be being alone? Would it be having to walk the walk on your own, or stepping into your own light some more? So really kind of feeling into this fear, because fear can actually keep us paralyzed. We can stay in fear for a long time. And there's no judgment on that. I'm saying and she's saying there's no judgment on that, because do what you need to do. This is for all of us. When we are in those fear modes, it's serving us a purpose, because it's making us retreat a little bit. We're protecting ourselves a little bit so that we have the space to kind of sort through what needs to come through, or what needs to be let go, or what needs to be transformed. They keep correcting me, getting to the words. So look at this fear. I really hope that resonates for you. Georgia. Is that Georgia that I know, Georgia? You're on YouTube, so I can see YouTube chat. That's good to know. I will send a reading your way, Georgia. All right. And some of you guys may be new today. We are using StreamYard to do this. So some of y'all, I can't see a name. I just see Facebook user. So if this is like kind of the first time you've logged on, or you didn't give StreamYard or Facebook permission to post your name, make sure you put your name in the comments. Georgia, yes. Hi, Georgia. All right. For Georgia, let's give her Strength Heart Challenge. Ooh, that really resonates with you, I think. Heart. All right, Georgia, you are a peaceful warrior. This is actually kind of what I think about your energy a lot. How you are fierce. You've lived a full life. You've done so much. You've had so many experiences, and you do have this inner peace and calmness about you. Okay. So Archangel Ariel is coming forth with the lion energy, Wolf Clan, that you're fierce, and you found more of your fierceness. You found more of your power, and you have been very balanced lately of how to know when to turn on warrior and when to bring it in with some more peace, and how to walk your walk with the power and the balance. They're saying big balance here. You've been really leaning into listening to your inner voice and your guides, specifically the guides. You can call it higher self, guides, ancestors. It's almost all one and the same, right? Really leaning in and receiving more. So they're really giving you in this heart position the validation that you've been really receiving. And they want you to move your body. I'm not sure where you are right now, but I know it's hot where I'm at. It's hard to get out and move my body. But shaking it out a little bit, moving some stuck energy would really benefit you right now. Where are you feeling tight? They're actually saying, let's go into the body and talk to it. Okay. So for example, if your lower back is hurting, ask your body, why are you hurting? What's going on in here? What do I need to be released? And you did some of this stuff in the academy, right? You do probably for other people. We forget to do it for ourselves sometimes. We forget to bring it back to our body. So this is just a little challenge for you, or a little intuitive guidance for you to check in with that body and see what needs to be like shaken out a little bit. Shake the hands, shake it all out. Maybe we could all do that, stuff just gets stuck, All right. I see Mandy. I'd love a mediumship reading. I have no idea how we're doing on time. Plenty of time. All right. Mediumship, Mandy. Seeing quite a few step forward. It's like a collective. Thank you, Tracy. It's like a collective of souls, which is really cool. It's not just one, but I am getting more of a stronger female energy kind of stepping forth, more of the matriarch per se. Grandmother, great grandmother energy, they're saying specifically. Possibly on the mother side. And that card flew out. Oh, good, Georgia. I'm glad that resonated. So these flew out. It is beautiful where they are. It is beautiful where they are. Now they're bringing this message back to you. It's also beautiful where you are. Heaven is on earth. Like we said earlier, everything kind of overlaps, There's really true no separation. So in your darkest of times, remembering that there's still beauty. They're reminding you there's still beauty in the darkness. There's still beauty in everything that's around you and everything you've created or haven't created yet. This grandmother, great grandmother energy is coming forth of like giving you the just awareness that they're okay. They're with the whole posse. There's like, it was quite a collective that came forth. But she really stepped forth as like the leader to say everything is beautiful where you are as well. And they want you to remember by the happy memories they created. So this is more, I guess, closer to the life that you lived here. So more of the grandmother energy. Focusing in on that. Not so much maybe some of the darkness. We live in a world of polarity. Neither one of us are good and like always good or always bad. Okay. And remembering to focus on the good and the memories and the fun times and the joy serves us way more, helps us with our vibration, helps us connect with the things that we desire. They're saying it enhances your magnetism. You're a magnet. Staying in that. So these cards don't talk about the darkness, but I feel like maybe you've been sitting in a little bit of darkness. So they're just bringing in joy, light, reminding you they're with you all the time. There's a lot of them. Hey, Kathy, mediumship reading. All right, who's coming forth for Kathy? Getting Kathy. Male, not too old. You're welcome, Mandy. I hope that resonated. Not too old. He's presenting like middle-aged. Okay. Not necessarily saying this is even how old he was when he passed, but it's how he's presenting to you. Because he's saying it's almost like of when you maybe knew him the most or were like the closest to him the most. The energy was the strongest the most when he was at this stage of his life. I hope that resonates, Kathy. I'm going to pick 2 cards. Name. Let's get a letter here. I'm getting on R somewhere. R. They're also telling you that they're never alone, that you're never alone, that they're with you at all times. They're actually part of also your lighthouse. They're also part of your team. They're part of the ones that have come close to you at this time in your life right now, as you connect more to yourself and you're finding out more of your power. They're bringing in power again. So they want to bring in this idea that we have so many ancestors, we have so many guides, and sometimes they all step in for different things. Okay. And I think you know this. A Richie, it's very possible it's a Richie. All I saw was an R. So I didn't want to, if Richie resonates with you and what I'm saying, then we're going to say Richie. So whoever he was to you in this lifetime, he is now showing up for you and what you're going through at this time. Okay. If that makes sense. So different guides will come in for different skills or different life events, or different times of need. So he's saying that he's stepping up. He is also your lighthouse right now. So you can really lean into him. You can talk with him. You can ask him for more support. And he's saying, you've got all of us here. Okay. We all got little witchy abilities, right? That's why we're all here. Okay. We're just trying to understand it more in this life. So you have the ability to really talk with him as well and talk to the rest of the guides to kind of see what information they're giving us. Right. He wants you to know it was his time to go. So if this helps also narrow it down, it was just his time to go. So again, he was presenting in his 40s, 50s, like not super old, letting you know these footsteps. He's pointing to the footsteps, and how they just kind of stopped. It's interesting. Okay. He was walking, and then that was it. And that's kind of always showing me with this card. Okay. But this person definitely is letting you know that they're here for you now. Most importantly, they're here for you now. All right, Kathy, I hope that resonates. All right, Facebook user Chris at 1234 p.m. I love when I see that. There's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4s, but you're the one I saw first. All right, Chris. We're doing a 3 card. You're welcome, Kathy. Let me know if you get any information also from Richie, because he was really also pointing in to the fact that, you know, he's been communicating with you. All right, for Chris. Chris, strength, heart, challenge. March. All right, Chris, have you been doing some deep work lately? Some clearing work, because your strength card has been you honoring your feelings. Yes, I have. Great. They're validating you. They're saying you've been courageous, so courageous for breaking any paradigms that may have been standing in your way all the way up to this point, that you have chosen to honor your feelings, to break down and do what you need to do. They're also saying you may have come out of a darker place. You're maybe starting to see the light. That release is so cathartic. They're really bringing in this moon behind Archangel Haniel, because that really is, oh, this is amazing. So as you've been breaking down this wall, they're showing me of the emotion, of the past, of the things that just you've known no longer served you, but having the courage to then say, all right, I'm done with this crap. Like, I'm just done. I need to just push through. This moon is starting to rise. This intuition is starting to rise within you. Okay. So you're giving space now. So they're saying also with this card, you've done a lot of work. It's a good time to integrate, sleep, take time off, or if you can, whatever that looks like to you, to allow the new self to emerge. Okay. Because yeah, they're showing me again, you've been doing a lot of work around forgiveness, and this is in your heart position. So this light, this moon, this intuition is actually rising within you. Yeah, so they're just giving you so much validation, so much love. They're really bringing in love, specifically self-love. If that resonates, that's what's kind of rising within you, that you've been forgiving yourself, or this is kind of for all of us now, they're saying. Have we all come to terms with the darker parts of ourselves that we spend a lifetime tucking away, giving it time to be seen and acknowledged? I'm glad this is spot on for you, because this is actually spot on for me too. And this is actually spot on for a lot of us. So they're also saying courageous for you showing up to Love Fest and to putting yourself out there, because your message is for all of us. Okay. So just love on yourself, they're saying, because you're here to be of service. This is your challenge. And you're going to figure this out, they're saying. There's no rush to get here. This will present itself the more you give yourself time to integrate, okay? It's not always the marathon, okay? All marathon runners need time to recuperate, right? The muscles, we need to hydrate. They sleep, they eat enough calories, they do what they need to do, okay? That is our life. So you're here to be of service in a way. And don't get hung up on like a big thing. Maybe it is for you, a big thing. But for a lot of us, it's just how we show up for our neighbors, for our family, setting boundaries, saying no, and how we evolve and change. So thank you for being so courageous and doing the work and showing up for everyone. You're loved. You're so loved, they're saying. It's almost making me a little teary-eyed here. So just remembering how much love you have. Oh, that was a powerful one. I think we all need to take a breath, or I need to take a breath. All right. Devin would love, where'd you go? Devin would love a reading whenever you are called to, please. We're going to do 3 cards. Thank you. I totally feel it. Brings tears to my eyes. You're so loved. We're all so loved. And like, we beat ourselves up. We put ourselves in cages. We limit ourselves, and that's okay. There's no judgment on that. But this whole new world that's rising and this whole new healing and all this stuff that's becoming more acceptable is allowing all of us to shine our light even more and brighter and realize that there's really nothing to fix with a lot of us. You know, we're not broken. We just need some reprogramming. We just need some love. We just need some support. All right, I forgot. Oh, it's Devin. Okay, Devin. All right, this is for Devin. All right, Devin. Ooh, Devin. You've been trusting your vibes. You have been really, again, leaning in to the intuition. You've been leaning into who you are. You've been leaning into, they're showing heart opening energy, being more accepting more of yourself and accepting more of those around you. This is interesting for where they're at. So if that resonates with you, really leaning into more of who you are, because you are in the middle of a new beginning. You are walking through this door. You're in the process. They're showing me actively walking. You are not hesitating by standing on one side of the door. And you're not quite through the door yet, but you're in the process of walking through this door, this new beginning. And your challenge right now is transformation. The first thing they showed me was maybe having some knowing or unknowing resistance to this transformation. So this is tricky, right? We all ask, I want this, I want this, I want this, but are we ready for it? Of what that actually looks like for us, right? Sometimes the transformations are easy peasy, smooth, not a big deal. Sometimes they are hard, climbing up a mountain, feeling you're not getting anywhere. So where does this resistance look like to you? Is it getting in your own way, they're saying? Maybe trying to control outcome or how it should look, or really anything, okay? My biggest lesson in the last couple of years from a recovering control person is how to surrender when I need to surrender, which is a lot of the time I need to surrender, and trust those around me, and trust that I have established relationships. I have cut out the ones that were toxic. I've set up some boundaries. Sure, someone will creep in and, and I'll have to kind of go through the process again, but trusting that everything I've gone there because they have my back. So that message is for you too. Where can you surrender or get out of your own way with that? Because you're literally walking through the door. So it's like it's already been happening for you. This is just your intuitive guidance of kind of what to look out for next. So hope that resonates for you. All right, next person I see, Facebook user Bonnie would love a reading also. Jody's sister. All right, Bonnie. Hi, Suzanne. First time watching. Are you just new to Love Fest today? Yeah, Suzanne, sorry. I will get to you after Bonnie. Let me write this down so I don't forget. Bonnie, Suzanne. Okay, Bonnie. Ooh, okay. All right, Bonnie, you also going through some changes and transition. Bye, Tracy. And it's in your strength. So it feels as though you have been coming out of it. You are starting to get your bearings. There's a new foundation you're getting used to. So for a lot of us too, when we kind of step into these changes, we are like kind of a new human being. And that can be not so stable. So this is in your strength position. So it's kind of showing me and or guiding me to say more of like you're rebuilding, you're in this place where you're building this better foundation because you know you're protected. This is in your heart position. So you've got Archangel Azrael here who is guiding you through this change and transition. And then you have Michael showing up, helping to set like a boundary perimeter. They're showing like energetic cleansing of the area that you're protected, that you've been healing the changes, because the changes can leave us with some wounds sometimes, or really feeling icky or exhausted. So leaning into more of Archangel Michael's message of knowing that you are protected through this. Oh my God, yes, yeah. So they're saying for your challenge, for your intuitive guidance, says don't hate, meditate. This can be whatever resonates for you. Because what I'm really seeing this card is some rest. So yes, the meditation is part of this card, but the message specifically for you is allowing the rest. Literally, your cells need to regenerate. Your energy needs to be refilled. Getting to the earth, they're saying, connecting to water even. You've done so much work. Okay, time to get off the track and let's take a moment and like soak it all in. Give your body time. And then on to the next or on to finding the joy. But this is the part that some of us struggle with because a lot of us are doers or like we just want to keep going to the next. Life is short. All these things we're programmed with, you know. But I've been, for me personally, honoring the days that I don't want to do anything because that's exactly what my body's asking me is to like allow the goodness of everything I've been working towards to kind of settle in. And then Suzanne. All right, Bonnie, hope that was good for you. All right, Suzanne, I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. There is the same cards keep yes, absolutely, thank you. Some of these same cards, there's like a pattern. So it's really interesting, I find, when that happens, because these are messages for like the collective. This is kind of showing that all of us souls being live right now or on the replay later, all gathered together today for these common messages or guidance. So it's super cool to me because you're trusting your vibes too. So many of us have really been going into this intuition, have been leaning into it. So Suzanne, what is this specific for you? For you, it's really understanding, again, your abilities, who you are, that you have support, that you know that you're not alone. So getting these same messages, they're validating you that what you're getting is correct. And I use correct lightly, is what you need to hear at that time, because there is no right or wrong, right? So they want you to keep saying to yourself, you know, I got this. I know what I'm doing. When I've asked for help and I've received a message, I know that's for me. I you know, like really trusting that, leaning more into that. Okay. Because you've also been doing some work on honoring your feelings. Okay. And that resonated in me for Bonnie. Of course, Jody too. You've been doing a lot of work with the feelings and honoring it. And for you specifically, they're showing this is a lotus flower, but for you, they're showing me a lotus flower, but peeling it like an onion. So you've been really peeling back the layers to get to the core. So if that relates to you, thinking of what is at the center of how you've been feeling. For example, lately, I guess my most recent example of kind of going through this process was frustration, anger. I got pretty angry with a certain situation, frustrated, like, why did I make the wrong decision? Started doubting. And I had to go all the way down to the core to realize that all of those emotions were just guiding me to go further in, further in, further in. Okay, if that makes sense. So this is in your heart. You've been doing this. Okay, so leaning into these two. And the guidance that they're saying, because they're also communicating to you through music. So listening to music is important for you. That's how they're communicating with you. They're saying that literally the vibrations of the music help clear your energy. So listening to what you need to at the moment to help move some of that energy would be very beneficial right now. Okay. Whatever comes to you for this music. I don't know if you ever played music before, or maybe used to be more musical, but maybe not so much now. But they're saying opening up to this. So, Suzanne, hope that resonates with you. All right. I see Tamara Prince. Oh my goodness, we only have 10 minutes left. It goes by so fast when you do this. So Tamara Prince, this is for Tamara. So just let you guys know, like I think I mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, I am having a baby within weeks. So I'm actually starting my maternity leave pretty much right after this, I think. I may go one more week. I got to see where I'm at energetically and what aligns for me. But I did put in the title that I would love if, you feel aligned to work with me in the future, if you feel called. You can always join my email list through my website, or you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram at Align with Malena. I have all that information in there too. I also started, I'm really excited about this. This year, I started a podcast with my sister-in-law, and you can check that out at heartfulbeings.com. We'll be putting up episodes still throughout the next couple of months. And basically, we're just bringing it back to the ground, bringing it back to the heart, talking about lots of personal, vulnerable experiences, what we've been going through and how it relates to all things spiritual. I'll even be getting in touch with some of you guys that I know for interviews and just getting different perspectives out there. Just continuing this work, Thank you guys. Oh, Jill, I might be in touch with you for an interview of some sort in the future. All right. I think it was Tamara. Signs from heaven. You're receiving. How does this relate to you? How do you feel about this? Are you aware that you're receiving? Let me tap into this a little bit because I got a little off track. You're so dialed in. They literally showed me like plugging in an amp in a microphone. Okay. You're tapped in, you're listening, you're receiving. So again, a little bit of advice for this is acknowledge it when it's happening. Say, thank you. I got it. Give me more. If you want more, if you don't want more, that's fine too. But leaning into this, because you're also going through a change and transition yourself. Abilities, they're saying, these last couple of readings, getting more into abilities. We all have abilities. I don't like to call them gifts per se, because I don't think it's just a gift that you're given. I think we're all actually born into this world with abilities, and some of ours are different than others. That's just, that is what it is. But do you know what yours are? Do you know which ones you want to work on? Do you know which ones you enjoy the most, or how to enhance them? So change and transition kind of in that way. And abilities can be just being the empath in your world of the people around you. It can be the healer. It can be the teacher. It can be anything, it doesn't always have to be the mediumship or the channeling or those things, but it's like who we are here to actually be. All of those are abilities. Okay. And they're talking to you, communicating. And your guidance would be to focus your mind. Okay. Learning how to harness, they're saying, literally, they're showing this woman in this picture is like really honed in. They're showing like a harnessing of the energy of where it needs to go. Would help you. And this going further into the card that I pulled earlier for, I forgot who, not necessarily meditation per se, but giving yourself the space to connect, ground, take in, nourish, helps to focus the mind. I know the last several weeks, moving while pregnant, I was scattered all over the place. And luckily, my schedule kind of fell off and I was able to just focus on the move. And then once we got settled, all of a sudden, the universe started giving me some more clients again. So I just knew at that time that I was not ready and I couldn't handle that because there was other things to get done. It feels as though you're ready to get to this part. You're ready to harness and focus in. So finding some quiet space. So hope that resonates for you. All right. Facebook user. Hi, my name is Sandra Puente. Would love, where'd you go? Would love a message from my beautiful mother. She's been gone 1 year. I'm so sorry, Sandra. Sandra Puente. Okay. Let's do a mediumship here. This is for Sandra. Ooh. Coming in with some big head tingles. She feels like now she's a powerhouse. When she was here, she was a powerhouse in a different way. If that resonates, Sandra. Now that she's crossed over and understanding more of her time here and how it was spent and all of those like life reviews and things, she's really big for you, showing up big for you. And she feels healthy and happy. So the way she was leaving, she may not have been the healthiest or the happiest because she was feeling a little constrained, like a little like put in a box. Maybe not sure how big her power was. Okay. But she's healthy and happy is what she wants you to know. All right. Because she's pointing you in the right direction. So all of these mediumship readings today have been the compass, the lighthouse, the knowing that they're behind us all the time. Okay. This is for all of us. We sometimes feel like they're so far away, but they're right here with us. Okay. So she really wants you to know that, which is actually going to lead us right into the group card I picked because it's literally on theme with all of this that we've done. This is, what deck is this? Oh yeah, Rebecca Campbell's deck. And I pulled this card just when I was getting set up right before I went on, and it's Keepers of the Earth, saying, you are not alone. What I've been saying all hour. Ancient ancestors stand beside all of us. So from the heavens down to the earth, from the winged creatures to the land creatures and everything in between, the moon, big for all of us. Everyone here, we're all keepers of the earth. We're all here on mission, okay? We're all here to shine our light. Big ways and small ways, it really does not matter. It's all just as important, okay? And we have choice, okay? If something that used to work for you and used to resonate for you, don't be afraid. Whoever had the don't be afraid card, this is also hitting for you to change your mind, to say, you know what? I'm actually going to choose to do this and I'm okay with that. Okay. Because they're okay with that. Whatever it is that we may put pressure on us to do certain things or to be a certain way, you know, let's take all that off of our shoulders. Okay. And know that every single way that we show up is just as important. So I love this card. This is a beautiful card. You got all the different animals. 59. Oh, and I know we have somebody amazing coming on right after. So as much as I want to squeeze one more in, I can't because I want to make sure everybody has the time. Thank you all for showing up today. I am scheduled for next Saturday, though that may change. Again, I've already told you in my comments or in the title of how to be in touch with me if you want to work with me in the future or just stay in touch. I do send emails out and try to get as active as I can on social media, but life gets in the way. Thank you all. Please enjoy the rest of Love Fest. So much love to you all. Mwah. Bye.